Hey guys, it's Infiniti. It is 8:19 on February 1st, 2020. Welcome to February. I can't believe we're already in February. Pretty amazing that we're already 1 month down and 1 day removed from our official 2/2/2020 Stargate. We've already been feeling these energies for at least a week now. It's definitely a doozy. We've had a lot of interesting things go down already. So we are definitely ramping that energy up. I just wanted to let you guys know here on YouTube that I will not be duplicating my post from my podcast to YouTube. I did that with a couple of these, but I'm going to do it here and there, but I'm not planning on copying everything that I do on my podcast on YouTube. If I do a video one, then obviously, but other than that, I'm not creating double work for myself. I'm not doing a podcast so I could double my work for myself. I'm doing a podcast so I can reach people on that level, that's in the podcast world, I guess you could say, and it's a whole world that's new to me. It's a whole world I've been pushed for many, many months, if you guys have been around and have heard about me talking about doing a podcast and all that. It's been a little birdie flying around for at least 8 months, and it's finally happened, and I'm so excited about it. It really, the way it's set up, it's just really easy. It's really streamlined the way for me to do it. It's quick, and it goes out to so many different places, so many different hosts that you can, or ways that you can listen to the podcast. So I'm on Apple Podcasts, I'm on Spotify, I'm on Google Podcasts, Acast, Pocket Casts, and Breaker so far. I will be on Stitcher and TuneIn coming soon. Plus my own website. You could sign up for the RSS feed and get notified that way as well. But I just want to let you guys know I have 2 new podcasts out, and I'm working on the 3rd, and it is very timely. I got a new book yesterday. It is called The Kabbalistic Tarot, a textbook of mystical philosophy, and I got the Hermetic Tarot, and they both work under the principles of the order, the Secret Order of the Golden Dawn. It was this group of mystics, psychics, and people that were into the metaphysical and really tapped in, that all work together, and that was what they were called, the Secret of the Golden Dawn. And it's really interesting. And these 2 things, the Kabbalistic Tarot and the Hermetic Tarot, they both work under those principles, and it's all, the whole thing with the tarot is tied into the Tree of Life and the keys as you go up the Tree of Life and the different paths that can be taken. And I was guided to this book and this tarot deck a few months ago, and I get into that on the podcast. So I'm not going to double up on that either. But that is what arrived yesterday from Amazon, and I was guided to get into it. I get into the book a bit, which is really interesting, where I was guided to go, extraordinarily timely for what is happening now. Then I was guided to do a reading, which ended up being like more of a global and U.S. government type thing that came out, which is really interesting. But I've been getting a lot of that information in the last couple weeks, and I've been kind of putting it to the side and ignoring it and not. And I've been guided by my guides to share it, and I'm just like, no, I don't want to go there. And then I start doing this reading, and it's all about that. It is all about that. And I'm like, all right, No escaping. So the first reading is about that, and then I start a second reading on episode 2.3, which I've yet to post. It is still in the works because I got really tired last night and I had to stop and go to sleep, or at least get away from that, and eventually I went to sleep, and then now I'm getting back into it, seeing where we pick up at and what may have come in overnight into my astral and my subconscious to come out today when I look at all of it. I also have my tarot reading from the 12th of January still suspended here, as I was guided to leave it, that I would be getting back to it, and then I honestly have forgotten about it at different points. Even looking for the tray that I have my cards on, going, where is that thing? Oh yeah, my cards have it. And then last night, it was like, that reading needs to be looked at in conjunction with this new reading that I'm working on. So, I'm not sure exactly what that means yet, but we'll get into it. So anyway, people of YouTube, please, if you want to stay abreast with what I've got going on, with what the information that's coming, I'm not sure exactly what it could be every day. It could be multiple times a day. I don't know. It was yesterday. It could be not for a few days, but I am going to have a schedule, a show schedule I'm going to be getting into starting this month. But my priority has still been working on my website and getting that done. And I've been having to pop out of that to do other things like what happened yesterday. But before I spend any other type of energy in things, scheduling and stuff like that, I'm going to get to a point where I'm done with my website as far as the fibromyalgia side. The Lightworker side is done and is viewable. You can go to thehealingbutterfly.org, and there you can take a look at the information that I have for light workers, and if you're so guided to submit a form to spend I have for people who are in alignment. What that means is once you submit a form where I ask you a bunch of questions, for us to understand where you are and what you're looking for and what's going on with you, and I take a look at that and I talk to my guides about it, and then if it's an all go to spend some time with you, we do a 45-minute evaluation consultation. I tap in with you so you can see what it's like to work with me, and then we take it from there. So it's a really low, no pressure situation for everybody involved, and I implore you guys to not sit back on that, not wait to do it. If you want to do it, if you're like, oh wow, I want to do this, but I'm going to XYZ first, or I got to get to this point first. Don't do that. Don't wait. Don't let anything pull you away from, if you're being guided and pulled to do this, then you need to make that a priority to get that done as soon as possible, because other things will come in the way. It'll be days and then weeks, and then your life could have been so much easier if we would have treated you sooner. And everybody says that. Once they finally get there, they're like, oh, I should have done this so much sooner. And it's like, well, it's all in divine right timing, but you can also procrastinate your life away. So, you need to take control of deciding, look, I get it. If I'm as cleared and as grounded and as love light infused and healed as I can possibly be today, it's going to make tomorrow easier, right? Like, it's going to make everything else that's coming. It's going to make the Stargate easier. It's going to make the energies coming in and transmuting easier to deal with. It's going to make everything easier. And if you have any doubt in that, go and take a look at the several, I wish I had more, but several of the clients that were kind enough to want to get in front of the camera and talk about their experience, and you can really get a good sense of what it was like. Now, you never know what it's like until you're there, and everybody's so shocked by it, but you can kind of understand a little bit more. So please do that. Please just don't procrastinate. Don't delay. If you're like, yeah, I really do want to do that, then just do it. Go to my website, fill out the form, submit it, and then we'll take it step by step. You're not having to, a lot of fear comes up with this stuff because it actually is a really deep spiritual, physical, energetic healing and connection to your spirit tribe and to your soul. And so a lot of times the enormity of that can be overwhelming and start to scare people, and they back into a corner like, no, I'm not ready. Well, if it's coming up for you and you're hearing me and we're talking about this right now, you're more ready than you think. You just need to jump and know that there's a net that's going to catch you, even though you can't see it. Just believe that it's true. Okay, guys, I love you so much. Infinite love, light, and blessings. Don't forget, the key is to create. And I love you already. And always live in love. Bye, guys. See you on the flip side.